is saying the American principle of the liberties and rights of men had an irresistible influence upon other nations in all parts of the earth. This is the genuine principle of Protestantism, which is, in short, the principle announced by Christ. Again, that men should render to Caesar only that which is Caesar's, and unto God that which is God's. So, again, Scott, moving here quickly through, I know the time is disappearing on us. So Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. James Madison is the principal author of the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. He's the one who put this in draft form as the idea, Congress shall make no law. Can't believe my mind went just totally blank there. Respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And I want you to hear what Madison says. So Madison is the one who penned these words in the First Amendment. What is Madison? One of the founding fathers, one of the greatest of the American heroes. Are you going to trust the people who are saying there's no such thing as a separation of church and state in the Constitution? Or are you going to trust Jefferson and Madison? Who is the authority? Who was there? Who wrote this stuff? Who had suffered under the persecution of the colonies? Here he is. The purpose of a separation of church and state is to keep forever from these shores the ceaseless strife, endless strife that has soaked the soil of Europe in blood for centuries. That's the point of it, because of persecution. Another quote, Scott, in the papal system, government and religion are in a manner consolidated, and that is found to be the worst of governments. That's the worst. It doesn't get any worse than that. Another quote, the number and the industry and the morality of the priesthood and the devotion of the people has been manifestly increased by the total separation of the church from the state. So he's saying it's good for the priests not to have civil power. It helps them be more on the straight and narrow. It corrupts them if they have civil power. I'm reading right now, 50 Years in the Church of Rome. I've never read it before. I've known about it for years, but I've never read it. And it is just incredible to see what Chinnicky is saying about the corruption of the priesthood. It's mind-blowing. Scott, did you want to jump in there? Or?
No, I mean, you're bringing the goods. All I need is a single quote by one of these founding fathers using that phrase in the affirmative, and I go, yeah, you know what, I'll take that. But there's this agenda, and we have quote after quote after quote. Not just Jefferson, not just some random guy in a stinking letter. No. Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence. Madison, multiple quotes. The father of the U.S. Constitution. This is not some secular leftist revisionist history, friends. This was in the founding generation, and it's in the Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion. And of course, the argument they bring in there is, well, that only applies to the federal government. So, okay, fine, separation of church and state, but only at the federal level. And it's true, actually, in the original U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights did only apply to the federal government. States were free to violate the rights of their citizens without any federal intervention for a period of time, hence slavery as an example. After the Civil War, though, that changed. The 14th Amendment was ratified, and it says that states may not take away the freedoms of their citizens. And so that's the federal government now has a responsibility, and the federal courts begin what's called the doctrine of incorporation. That's not a biblical doctrine, a legal doctrine, a judicial doctrine, meaning they take federal Bill of Rights and say, oh, that applies to the states, that applies to the states, and one by one, they got pretty much all the Bill of Rights now enforced at the state level as well. And praise God, we have more freedom from state government tyranny because of that. And that's all the Bill of Rights. The Heller decision saying local governments can't take, I think that was the District of Columbia, it's not a state, but take away the Second Amendment right. So this isn't an ideological left-wing, right-wing thing. It's just, what does the text of the Constitution say? The 14th Amendment is in there, and it says that citizens of America have freedom from state government restrictions of their liberty.
Yeah.